everyone, and welcome to another Red Valkyrie Presents. I'm, of course, Shae the Red with my amazing co-host, Cyborg Valkyrie. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Really awesome.
Yeah?
Totally awesome.
Can you finally see yet, or is that eye still just
One eye's good. One eye's good.
Okay. So Cy is going for the...
Cy is a Cyclops.
I was going to say, you're going for the multiple Cys, so Cyborg Cyclops.
Yes.
Anyway, we're here with our very good friend, Mr. Anthony Gambino 3. Oh, wait, that was wrong.
I'm a
student
photographer. Work.
You're a glam upper.
I'm a glam upper.
Glamour upperer. No, we are here with, of course, Anthony Gambino. How are you, sir?
I'm great, guys. How you doing?
Good. Little dark, the cosplay today, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I went through, I looked, and I was like, well, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm gonna go for. So, should we do the reveal? Should we do the reveal, Cy?
Hold on, I gotta find the thing.
You're so not prepared. Cy's
I have one
prepared.
eye. Fuck you.
Look, did I miss something? What happened in your eye?
I sometimes I sleep funny and I wake up and my eyes
sleeps
like
with his eyes open.
One eye stays asleep. I get it.
Yeah, like it's like if both eyes were open for the duration of sleep, and then only one of them has since recovered.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So Cy's effectively blind right now.
Open up eventually.
Well, it's open. It just burns like hell because
it won't focus
imagine
on
sleeping
anything.
for 6 to 8 hours, but without blinking. Having your eye open for 6 to 8 hours without blinking.
Yeah,
it feels awesome.
Hey,
Cy's
go
talented.
Get that checked.
I keep saying that, and Cy keeps on going and then doing what they want. So.
Okay, shall I explain it rather than us doing the reveal?
Check Amazon for new eyes or something.
Okay. So once you have certain surgeries on your face, it weakens your face. It interferes with the nerves and weakens your.
Sad.
Shut the fuck up! I'm explaining this one time.
I don't feel bad for anybody. Go ahead.
Okay.
You motherfucker!
Hold on. Go ahead, Cy.
So as a result of the surgery, it weakens the nerve impulses to the muscles that hold your eyes closed while you sleep. So, on the side that's weakest, which is my left side, sometimes your eye will open while you sleep and stay open and not blink, and so your eye dries the fuck out. And so when you wake up, it's constantly having to try to get back to the normal moisturized state. But it's not just that it's dry as fuck, it's that whatever liquid was in your eye has now calcified into death. Yeah.
Look at what you're doing to this poor man. Look at right here. Like the horror on your face.
That does not sound pleasant.
No.
I think we need to boost your audio a little.
I already did. I did.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
For you, yes, for you, sir. No, because you're not actually speaking. Stop it. I heard your mouth move.
Yeah, you can hear.
You heard the saliva? That's
yeah.
That's sexy.
Yeah, you did that doctor from Turge trial.
Yeah, where's my Nicrotated clip?
No, don't. Sigh.
Yes.
We're not doing that. We're doing the
Metamorphosis is completed, sir.
Shae the Red
Has now become
awesome.
Whoa! That's awesome. Can I take a screenshot?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're not black and white, and I object.
That's dope. I'm gonna grayscale her in Photoshop.
Yeah, it's fine. Hold on, wait. Let's do it this way.
Nice. I'm taking another one.
Move that. There you go.
That's so cool. I love it. I can't wait to show Julius.
Cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I had fun. I got to get out a different kind of. I have like 4 different kinds of fake blood.
There we go.
What is it all like actual fake blood, or do you use like everyday household things?
So what I have is actual fake blood, because oddly enough I've had to do this enough that it
I would
warranted
imagine.
just buying it. But yeah, no, I have like the gel blood. I have the stuff that specifically is made to drip. I have the stuff that's specifically made to look like scab or rotting flesh. It's a lot. I'm so excited that it's coming up on Halloween again, because that means I get to restock without it
That's
costing
so
a lot.
I see. Like, I don't know any of this stuff, so that like to find out there's different types of fake blood for different versions of it.
There's so many kinds.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Regular
So like
scab,
this,
extra scab.
you see how it kind of like pools dark?
Yeah,
So this
yeah,
is gel blood. So this is like really thick, and if you squeeze it and let it run down, it'll run down and then it'll like kind of solidify a bit. Scab looks like a scab and will actually harden, and the funny thing with that is if you put it, like, I've had it where it's gone like from my mouth, and since your mouth moves a lot, it cracks and will peel off.
Does it itch like a scab too?
A little bit, yeah, actually. It pulls your skin tight. Well, and then whenever we've had 656 on, I'm always like a zombie, so I normally pair that with latex. So I've got
Nice.
like latex skin and everything, and then I'll start peeling it off, and you just hear Ollie going like, "Oh gosh, stop it! Oh, it's so gross!" I'm like, "You know it's fake."
Oh,
He's like, "No, but it looks disgusting."
they're so
Oh, yeah.
awesome. I love those guys.
I made
Oh,
sure it was
wow,
on my
cool.
fingers too.
Oh man,
And by made sure, I mean I put it on my fingers and I flicked my face.
you're professional.
Yes, I was trying to go for that blood splatter from it coming back up.
You should have just practiced on somebody.
Yeah. I'm trying to not get it in this.
Something.
I like this wig. We're
Yeah.
trying to keep this one nice.
That's
It's
awesome.
the wig. The wig that, yeah. Okay.
It was the wig. That's the whole reason why. So for anyone who doesn't know why I'm covered in blood, we should probably,
Nah.
show something so I don't look like a psychopath. Vigilant Fury, I'm really I'm disturbed in the best way, because look, on the campaign page, you can go and read the first couple of pages. And let me just say, damn, Angela, get it, because holy shit, Angela
intense.
is not to be fucked with
No.
at all, and you'll see why in a minute. But you know what, Anthony? How about we go with you giving us a little bit of a backstory as to what the fuck is up with Angela, because she's got some shit.
Yeah, she's a pretty hardcore mama bear for sure. So
That's one way to
Vigilant
put it.
Fury is written by Julius Freeman, and he and I got together through Twitter, through Rob Geronimo. He texted me one day with just a link, and I clicked the link, and it was Julius's tweet looking for artists for a story. And I was like, why the hell not? I mean, there's 1,000 people responding, but whatever. What are the chances?
Yeah.
I responds, he reached out to me, and that was it. So, Vigilant Fury is a story about a young woman who goes on vacation, and at her, I think we call it Sky B&B, but her rental home where she's staying for her vacation,
I
she
just
gets
now noticed this. Look at this perv taking
Yeah,
a
yeah,
picture
yeah.
of her ass and
She's
getting the
fine.
shit slapped out of him.
And if you
like,
look-
she's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be here," and his wife's like, "You pig."
and if you look in the next panel, in between Angela and the dude grabbing his suitcase, like right in between them, he's like rubbing his head. Like he just got smacked.
The detail.
Yeah,
He looks
nobody's-
like a skeevy bastard too.
Nobody's gonna see that, but I enjoyed putting it in there.
Well, now everyone who watches this show will.
Damn
Look
right.
at that, guys. Anyway, continue.
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
That's okay. No, it's funny you noticed that. So yeah, she goes on vacation and she gets kidnapped from her rental home by human traffickers, and she wakes up inside of a container on a shipping container, a cargo ship. And she realizes where she is. She assesses the situation, notices what's going on, and makes a decision that she has to do something. She has to escape. And Yeah, yeah.
Hold up, look at all the little detail Easter eggs that you threw in there.
Yeah.
DJ Freeman and Gambino Delicatessen.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? That is so fucking awesome.
And then I think it's the same page. If you scroll down a little bit more, it's DJ Freeman, and it's actually Club Julius.
Yeah.
So.
Holy shit, that is awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks. Okay. I'm sorry. I keep getting sidetracked, but like,
that's
okay.
It's a good thing that you're getting sidetracked.
It's such a gripping, like, okay, yeah, it does sound kind of like Taken. Caveat. She's both the Taken and the particular set of skills in one. Yes. But like looking at this sweet old lady.
Yeah.
This panel, like, fuck that bitch. She is not a nice person. I can tell. Like, she's got the underlight going. That's always the bad guys.
The underlight, the slanted angles, and the camera.
Squinty little eyes, not just because she's old.
Yeah. She's up to no good.
Okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, so as you can see, the action starts on page 3, and it pretty much doesn't stop. And to Julius's credit, like he really wrote the action very well. When we first started talking about the book, he said it was gonna be, he was thinking between 40 and 50 pages. I was like, all right, cool, sounds manageable, sounds great. And then he kept writing, and he would send me the script in pieces. And he was like, all right, I'm into like the 40s. And then he was like, all right, I'm at like 55. I still have a little bit more to go. I'm going to try to keep it under 70. And then he's like, here's 84. And I was like, damn, dude. But to his credit, so he created this character, Angela, to very, what's the word? Specifically. And we didn't really want to make like just a cheesy action story. And because, you'll see later on, because of the physical differences between Angela and the people she's up against, we wanted to use that dynamic and also the maze-like structure of a shipping container and really have it be like her hunting ground, so to speak. Even though she's the captive and she has to escape, she makes it her hunting ground.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, if you're on a shipping container, you can't escape until you can't get anywhere until you dock.
Exactly.
What's that line from Watchmen? I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me.
Exactly. So it's a really fun story. The action, like I said, Julius wrote it really well because it's very meticulous and calculated. He likes to use the analogy that she's not really the wolf, she's kind of more like a fox, where she has to be sneaky and use the alleyways and the shadows to her advantage. It's a really fun story, and dark and a little bit anxiety inducing.
Sorry, I keep locking up. My bad.
That's okay.
I noticed.
Shut up.
I thought you were just really staring at the page.
Yes. No, this is the page that fucked me up when I was looking at like, oh, I'm going to get reference and you know what, at what point should I do this? I saw this one. I was like, okay, I need my fake blood.
There it is.
Like,
oh no.
She locked up again. Sadness.
Shoo.
You can do it, Shae. We believe in you.
There she is.
What I was saying before my internet rudely interrupted me is you caved in the man's forehead.
I did.
Like,
she did.
I'm saying the artiste drew it in such a way that I'm like, oh gosh. And then afterwards she's like, got a flashlight. Let me use it. Like,
yeah. So let me see where I'm at.
I want to know what kind of flashlight this is because I feel like it's a really well made one. It's like those big metal ones because she bludgeoned someone to death with it and it still turned on.
I used oh no, actually I should probably put a click, like she turned it on. Thank you for that note.
Oh yeah.
I used one of these as reference, and it's like they're pretty heavy.
Dude,
And
I need that flashlight in my life.
Costco, man.
Yes.
It's a 2-pack for like.
I'm heading to Costco. Sai, do you want one? I'll give you the other
Yes,
one.
please.
Yes. But yeah, this is. Oh, good. Fuck. She finds like a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say she finds a whole bunch of flashlights.
No, she finds a bunch of people. Oh. It's upsetting.
Yep. There's a lot of that.
So I really like that all of this is taking place on a shipping container, like
a container ship. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it like we were saying, like if you woke up, like realistically you woke up in a shipping container on a cargo ship, like where are you gonna go? Are you gonna jump overboard, or like you'll just die in the water?
And
so
either that, or you go to where they're taking you, which is not a great place.
No. And so it's like, okay, so the fuck do you actually do aside from, buy your time and try to come up with a better plan?
Yeah, for sure.
Or kill everybody on the ship that's trying to hurt you.
That's what we're going with.
I mean,
well,
I feel like that's a fair one.
Yeah. When we what was I gonna say? When he first pitched the story to me, I really liked the idea of having this single location, and like the whole plot is kind of going from point A to point B, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
And it's surprisingly challenging to draw the inside of a box over and over again.
Yep.
Especially when it's dark. I'm like, what do I do? But that's my problem. my thing to figure out. But it's been a lot of fun.
I've referenced this, I don't even know how many times, and every time I go to reference it, I always have to look it up because I always forget the name.
What?
Looking. You know what I'm talking about, right, Si?
No.
Shit. It's that Jude Law show. It was Jude Law and they were in the whole place. Sleuth. There we go. Sleuth.
I was gonna say the Little Pope or whatever show that was.
No, so Sleuth is like that, where it's an entire story told in a house.
And it's a show.
And it's a movie.
Oh, okay.
And it's a movie that's actually
ready.
based on a play. Ah, very nice, Sai. Did you see Sai's new Abby for you?
Nice.
Very nice.
Thanks.
That's what all the clicking was. Like, finding a transparent blood splatter is hard.
It is. It's a pain in the ass. You just have to make your own.
Yes,
but that's the thing with Sleuth that I really, really liked, because if you think of a movie, half of what makes a lot of movies like entertaining is all of these exotic locations and these different places. In Sleuth, everything takes place in one house. And it's a house that you can pretty much see everything right from the get-go, because it was based on a play. And this was a play where there weren't really set changes. And there's only 2 actors for the whole movie.
Jude Law and Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it for the whole movie. And it is so well done. It was so entertaining to watch. It was very well shot. And it's shocking because there's not a whole lot different from scene to scene. It's not like it's not a short movie. It's not like a 45-minute or an hour long. So it's really interesting that you're kind of doing the same sort of thing. Like, we're on a cargo ship with shipping containers, and we got to try and find ways to make this more interesting. Because it's a visual medium, and you don't have the added benefit of having like sound to kind of help keep people engaged, or to let people know that something's ramping up. You have to do it all with image. And then just to complicate it like one more step, you do black and white, like straight black and white. You don't do this grayscale, this gradient, it is black or it is white. For the entirety of this. What's up, COVID, Kev?
Thanks, Kev.
Nice name.
We'll just call him Kev because, we're not getting this restricted.
It's been 2.5 years. You can't keep restricting it just because it makes you fee-fees hurt, okay? I'm sorry.
You want to bet?
Whatever. Limit us. I dare you. But
God damn it, now I have to peel again.
That's the thing that I really find impressive with this is a lot of people who do just straight black or white, it's really hard to get good detail in there. Because it's a lot of detail exists in that gray zone, and you don't have that. You have hatching to kind of help sell it to a point.
A little bit. I don't even do too much.
Not much. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that's probably the most that I've seen.
Yeah,
and it's
that
really
one page,
just,
I think.
Yeah, it's like there's these beams.
It was mainly to put some detail on the. Oh yeah, over here. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, because if you didn't, then they would just be stark white, and that would be like that's a little
didn't
harsh
have them
on the
at
eye.
first. I didn't have them at first because with my work, I'm not. I don't know. I don't usually like hatch or anything. But I realized once I did this page and with the particular effect, the dramatic effect we're going for, it made sense to have those beams gray. You know what I mean? Just to
have a bit of texture on them.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry if you hear my dogs going nuts.
Oh yeah, I can't stand dogs. I'm like a massive dog lover. I'm so bummed because
we're fostering one, and it's been crazy.
Yeah.
The poor thing. She's the sweetest girl, but she's 2 and has had no training, no structure. So we're doing everything from scratch, and
that's rough. Yeah, I don't think I could ever foster. I would just end up with a lot of dogs. Like they'd be like, "Here's a dog to foster," and I'd be like, "Another dog for me, thank you.
Yeah.
This is now my baby." And they'd be like, "We found a home," and I'd be like, "She has a home. I'm sorry. Who are you?
No.
Go away."
I know.
You can't
The
have
fence
her.
is tall and electrified. Stay back.
She's mine now. I've taught her to attack.
We're trying to teach you someone not to.
Yeah. I had a dog like that who just was kind of inherently like.
Yeah, reactive and.
Yeah, very,
anxious.
very reactive.
Yep.
It's tricky. It's a tricky one.
It is very tricky. So.
Especially when people are like, "Oh, you just have to show them who's boss," and I was like, "That's the opposite of what you have to do." Like that just makes them worse.
People don't realize you actually have to teach dogs.
Yeah, they're smart, but you know.
Yeah, but anyway.
Back
there's
to
no dogs in this book, but yeah, it's black and white.
Good.
And we chose black and white for a few reasons. One of them was that the tone of the story we're going for, so we're trying to emulate this sort of dark, gritty Sin City vibe. And we talked about doing the book in color, but the more of the script that I read and the more we went back and forth, we thought that it just made sense for this book to be in black and white, to keep that drama consistent throughout, and also the problem in the story, I guess you could say, the conflict. Mm-hmm. It pretty much is in itself black or white. Like there's no gray zone with this good versus evil type of thing.
Right.
With the events that are happening. I mean, you could argue if she's going about it the right way or not, but when it comes to human traffickers and their
who's
victims,
the bad versus who's the victim, like
no
it's pretty clear cut.
Yeah, so it just made a lot of sense. I love working in black and white. I love coloring too, but especially that this is my first like full-fledged comic, I'm really excited to be doing it like this.
These are some brutal covers, by the way.
Thanks. So these are add-ons that we're gonna be offering, or we are offering as prints. They're not available in any of the perks, but they're available as add-ons.
Very cool.
And they were inspired by. So I went to Plastic City Comic Con last weekend in Massachusetts, and I brought along these free previews, and I put QR codes on them, so that for people who haven't seen the campaign, they could just scan it, and it'll take them right to the campaign.
Very cool.
The thought process with these and with those prints was pretty much the same. I have the free previews going around some shops, and I want to order some of the prints and put them in shops as well. Even if they just give them away to people, throw them in their bags with their purchases.
Absolutely. Let's talk after, because I'm looking to do some stuff to try and help promote Red Valkyrie, like, locally.
Oh, cool.
Where I am, which is, the Baltimore, Washington, like, DC area.
Okay.
And how much longer you guys got in this campaign before I say this?
28 days.
Okay.
We extended it, or 27 now, I think.
Okay.
Let me refresh. Yeah, 27.
Yeah, I mean, I can, because I was looking to try and hit up a couple LCSs in the next, like, week or two, so I could always drop some stuff off, too. And
oh, dope. Thank you.
we'll talk.
Okay.
But
good.
yeah, I like that. I think that's a good idea. We did something really similar. We have our ad that we've put in Alterna books, and I ended up taking that to UPS and was like, "Can you just print me up a bunch of these on, like, nice cardstock paper?" And so they printed up a bunch, and then when I went home to Utah, I, like, went to a couple LCSs and tacked them up on a few boards and stuff, and was like,
nice.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get more people. Maybe we won't. Give it a shot.
There's nothing like good old-fashioned grassroots promotion.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
And just tweeting on Twitter, that's gonna get the same crew that you already have, so you gotta expand out somehow. So hey.
And then you have to, in order to expand on Twitter, you have to ask people to share it.
Yeah.
Which I hate doing, but it's necessary. Like, can you please share this? I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
By the way,
it's
everybody,
always...
could you please share out the stream?
Please do. Everyone who's watching, go share out the stream. Go share out the campaign.
Yeah, share out the link to Vigilant Fury. Tell everybody you know to back it.
Yeah, especially share out the link to Anthony Gambino 3.
Very talented photographer.
Everybody follow that one. He's got like
Glamour
58 followers or some shit too.
59.
Yes, accurate. Oh, this poor dude.
Poor guy.
Oh man.
We should have, next time I'm on, we have to have him on too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to reach out to him and be like, "Do you speak English?
Listen,
and do you want to come hang out?"
Well, clearly he does if he's a glamper upperer.
That's true. That is upper level English right there. Glamper upper. Oh my god.
Wait, is it glamp or glam?
Glamour upper.
Okay, glamour upper.
I barely
okay.
speak English.
So glamping is different.
Glamorous camping.
That's
Yeah, that's where you go camping with like a futon bed and fairy lights.
Did you ever watch Parks and Recreation?
Yes, Parks and Rec. Yes.
Remember that episode with Tom when he has the whole Sky Mall glamping setup?
I feel like I do. Yes. Of course he did too. Oh my gosh, horrible. Okay, so some other add-ons. So obviously we've got the print bundle, where you can get the prints by themselves, and then we've got the behind the scenes.
So this is like some of my favorite stuff. Is to see all the behind the scenes stuff with comics. I have a couple of the library editions of Hellboy, and in those, Mike Mignola put like a shit ton of his character designs and all the concept art and stuff and sketches, and it's invaluable to see. So my hope is that people feel the same way, and if an aspiring artist gets their hands on this book, maybe it'll help them too, just to see what goes into a project like this. So I think I'm at like 23 or 24 pages of just character designs. Some of the samples are here. We're putting process shots, we're putting thumbnails, sample scripts from Julius, articles that he sent me for reference photos that I take, like just so people can see the silly stuff I have to do to get poses and clothing and everything. I keep teasing that maybe they will see the shots of me tackling my wife unexpectedly to get the reference. Those might be in there too. Maybe not.
I love the idea of your wife is just like carrying a load of laundry or something, and then you're just like out of nowhere just rush tackle her.
Oh, it's tremendous. I set up my camera like at the height I need it to be. I press record, and then I text her to come downstairs, please, with no context. And she came downstairs, and I just lunged at her. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, "I needed this shot. Thanks, babe." She's like, "Are you kidding me? Can you just tell me that?" I'm like, "No."
Because you had to look surprised. That was the
you
point.
had to look surprised.
Not clomping.
Clomping. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that is.
It's probably something from Parks and Rec.
Oh, maybe.
I do really like, especially your references of these ugly assholes in nylon stockings.
Yeah.
Because you can clearly tell. Like, I especially love how this is challenging. You got this like, just this barbaric like, just caveman looking motherfucker. And then you have him and made it look like his nose is very much smashed off to the side in a stocking. So good.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with character design specifically, and Julius was greatly influenced by 80s action movies, so I tried to put a little bit of that in their costumes, and even their looks too a little bit. Because it is set in present day, but even now, like, if you walk around Target, a lot of the 80s and 90s stuff is coming back anyway.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I have
it's
so many
pretty
crop
crazy.
tops.
Yeah, see?
And all those neon colors are coming back too, man.
Yup.
Woo!
It's pretty nuts. But
it's so funny. People are like, "Did you see this really cute lime green skirt?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's back!" Like, well, but what? You're not gonna wear that, are you? And they're like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna wear it with these like pink leg warmers." I'm like, "What is happening? No, we left this in the past for a reason."
Yeah, the Jolly Ranchers are coming back.
You do not have to mix and match all this crazy ass neon. I promise you.
I'm staying in black. Thank you very much.
Oh, they think they're also the first ones to be like, well, look, if you pair it with like black checker, and you're like, no, that used to be a shirt. I had a shirt that did that, and it was every other side, just back and forth. Look at I'm ruining Silver. He's like, a Gatorade neon skirt. No, yep, that color. Definitely saw one the other day. Not gonna lie, sat there for a second and went, I mean, maybe. And I was like, no, there's a reason I didn't wear this in the 80s or the 90s, because this pale with that bright of a neon, that doesn't go well.
Nah.
It only goes well if you're like abnormally tan.
Yeah, and even
like,
then, it's a little jarring.
It's always jarring. That's the point. Yeah, so I like this. I think this is really cool. Oh, look at look at you.
There's some.
Look at you.
There's my pup chilling in the background.
Yeah. Your dog's like, what the fuck are you doing, weirdo?
She's like, oh, you're being weird again.
That's awesome, though. I actually did this for one of my artist friends. I actually, he'd be like, hey, can you come here a second? Okay, I need you to, like, stand like you're doing this. And I was like, okay. And so I'd stand, and he'd be like, cool. And I went, why don't you just pick up your phone and take a picture so you don't have to call me over here 5 more times to do this same pose? Like, just snap a picture now. And he was like, oh, that's a good idea. And he like takes a picture and was like, there you go. Like, walk away. It's like, whatever you're doing, there you go. You got a reference now.
Ay. Sorry,
it's okay.
Picked up.
Yeah, I was actually thinking it'd be really fun to just do an album of reference photos for like any artist to use, especially because I'm very tall. So like, hey, how does a tall girl look next to a regular girl? Let me show you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Massive. That's how we look.
That might be a pretty cool campaign.
Maybe it'll be something that we do in the future. Who knows? Who knows? We'll figure it out. I don't know. All right.
They have
back to the add-ons.
I've seen a few Twitter accounts that are just
reference
photos, which is incredible. Like the fact that people realize that need for artists, and they dedicate a whole page to just that. That's really cool.
Well, and you know, in all honesty, I want to get into photography anyway, and
Luckily,
so
I'm a student photographer. I can
hey, we're gonna talk about lots of things now. You see what's happening, Anthony? We're coming up with a project ourselves. But that was one of the things that I was thinking about, like just taking photos in various situations where you get like people candidly afterwards, like, cool, so I got that photo and that happened. What the fuck am I gonna do with the picture? Like, I don't necessarily need it. And it's like, oh, unless I put it as a reference, in which case I could just like go out to DC and watch people being people.
Yeah.
And just take a shit ton of pictures. And then I'd have a reference library.
People trying to be people.
Yeah, I mean, in DC, people being people is pretty questionable, if that's a thing or not. But, you know, I figure it out.
Details.
It's just fine. It's fine. Yeah, so the other add-ons that you have a sketch card add-on.
Yep. So a lot of the perk stuff is also available for add-ons, just in case people miss them in the perks or whatever the case. I've had some people get multiple sketch cards, so God bless you.
Thank you. I attempted to mute so it wouldn't be as jarring, but
you succeeded.
Thank you.
I've now got hiccups, so that's why I'm muted.
Side's falling apart.
God damn it! It's that 50,000-mile overhaul.
Yeah, so I like that you've got the sketch cards as well as the commission. By the way, bruh, that's cheap.
I know.
That's
This is so Julius and I are still relatively new. We each have our first campaign separately that were successfully funded, which is great. But we're still pretty new, so we're trying to use this to build our partnership and also like build our names. So we want people to be able to afford the artwork if they want it, and that's why a lot of the perks are very like it's just putting me to work, which I love, and like I want to get people commissions and I want to get them sketch cards and I want to get my stuff in their place, like especially the people who love collecting original art. You know, why not get original art from a new artist who it's still relatively affordable. I mean, it's pretty damn affordable, actually, not even relatively.
That's out of, I think I've only commissioned one artist cheaper than that.
Okay.
So
good to know.
So me telling you it's incredibly low is friend to friend.
Thanks.
Up your prices after this campaign, because you already started here.
Yeah.
But after this campaign, your commission prices go up a little.
Cool.
You're definitely you're worth
that's
more.
That's the goal. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
In fact, before you up your prices, I'm probably going to get 2 of these.
Okay, cool.
So
awesome.
Here's a question for you, though.
Yes, ma'am.
Another thing that you might want to consider changing on the way that the campaign's laid out, specify this is black and white, correct?
Yes. Did I not specify that?
Commission 60 9x12 commission with original artwork by Anthony Gambino. I would just specify, because I know that you probably did in the add-on or in the tiers.
I thought I did it in the
You probably did. I haven't looked yet.
I didn't.
Sir!
I didn't. That's a really good point.
Bad,
Has anyone
Anthony.
bought that yet?
Wow. Yeah, 3 people.
Oh.
So, I...
Yeah.
Damn, Sai.
I'm trying. That was a gentle one.
I would definitely at least update it in the body.
Yeah,
and then anyone prior to, hopefully they're understanding. If not,
it's the
you might be
people
eating
who
that.
have gotten it have been family members, so it's
Oh, so you'll be fine.
yeah.
Just break out a pack of Crayolas.
You're like, I didn't say be colored well.
Well, I did. So we tried it out. Nobody got it, which is totally fine, but we wanted to see what was happening. So a couple weeks ago, I had started doing ink wash studies just because like I wanted to reset a little bit and try something new and just play around. And like they came out pretty damn good, and
Yeah.
I loved doing it. Like I really love ink wash. So for Plastic City Comic Con, we were offering a 6x9 commission as a Plastic City exclusive. It was only available for that weekend because I got a lot of good responses from the ink wash, like on Twitter and Instagram. So I wanted to see if anybody wanted to take advantage of it. And I'm thinking about putting it up again, maybe towards the end of the campaign or something.
Maybe like for like the final week, that might be a good
Yeah.
like boost.
Yeah, try to get a boost for sure.
Yeah. So I'm really interested after reading the little preview and everything that I read. I'm like, oh, this is like all the action movies I used to watch with my dad all the time, and
Nice.
where you'd be like he loved. So when I was growing up, like he loved whenever there was a girl who just kicked ass. Like he would be like,
awesome.
that's you, you see that, you see her right there, that's you. And I grew up just like, yeah, I kick ass, that's what I do. Like,
That's so sweet.
like you know when Karate Kid came out with the female Karate Kid?
Yeah, it was a Karate Kid 3 or something.
Yeah. Yep, Karate Kid 3. She was also blonde, which is my natural hair color, and my dad was like, you'd be better than her.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll teach you, because he used to teach martial arts too. So like that was his dream, was for me to be
badass.
her. He was like, yeah, that'll be you. You'd fight her and you'd win. And I was like, I don't know, Dad. She's punching a whole bunch of boards in half and shit. And he was like, yeah, but there's no point to that. Why would you punch a board? What did it do to you? And I was like, that's like from the first Karate Kid, isn't it? Like, hold on a second.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that's kind of what this reminds me of, with maybe a little bit darker of a twist,
Yeah.
obviously, with the sex trafficking.
We've been saying it's like if Ellen Ripley or Sarah Connor was thrown in a Punisher storyline.
No,
Like that's kind of
heaven help the people that put her there.
yeah, exactly.
So you got some pretty cool stretch goals too. You got bookmarks, coasters. So these are going to be like the coasters that you did for your campaign, right?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
And a set of 5 trading cards,
Yes.
which are
Yeah.
awesome. Let's go back up to the top. So you guys, this is shocking. Come now, Twitter and YouTube and
Yeah.
Twitch, and where else are we?
We could use some help for
Facebook.
sure.
Uh,
For sure.
this is one that needs to be funded for sure. This is something that I
Thank you.
think it's an interesting story. It's dark, but it's definitely. I definitely think that you and Julius are probably a very good team up.
Thank
So,
you.
um,
We feel the same way, and I know that sounds obvious. Like, why wouldn't I say that? But I typically don't like working with people that often. But
I understand that. I
but-
feel the same way.
Julius and I have such a great understanding, and it was instantaneous.
Yeah,
We think it's because we're both Leos, so we understand each other very well.
that is very girly of you.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Because we're Leos, so
I
we
know.
mesh well. Our
That's
signs
what my wife
are
says all the
aligned.
time. So, but yeah, we work very well together. We have great partnership, a great friendship now too, and there's no ego, which I was a little hesitant about.
Yeah.
Because I hate doing things for people just because they want to say they had an idea and it got executed. Like, if you're not helping the story or helping the project, just shut up and let me do my job. But anyway, he's not like that at all. If I send him thumbnails and he was envisioning something a little bit differently, he'll actually do a sketch over my thumbnails and be like, hey, I was kind of thinking of something like this for this panel. Would you be open to changing it? And 9 out of 8 times he's right. So I have no problem.
9 out of 8 times. That's nice.
And same thing with the writing. Like, if I have notes on the scripts, or if if I think something could change or be taken out, he's open to the suggestions, and we go from there. It's been great. It's been a dream first project for sure.
So what I'm gonna say, if you don't end up meeting funding goals, if that if it doesn't happen for whatever reason, take a month and relaunch after.
Yeah, that's what
definitely
I was thinking. Don't
let this die, because Sai and I have been doing a lot more editing lately. We've been reading a lot more people's things and providing the feedback, and I've got to say, like, the little bit that you have here on this campaign has me hooked. Which is rare.
Wow. Thank you.
Like a lot of what I've seen, and the thing is I'm really happy that you show it, because not only does it show kind of Julius's style with writing, it shows your style with execution as far as the images go, and they work really well together.
Thank you.
I've read a lot of things where people have like internal monologue, and I'm like, who the fuck talks like this to themselves? Like, in my head, I'm like, listen here, bitch, you got to get your shit straight. Like, that's what goes on in my head. It's not this, I do believe that this might not be in my best interest. Like, nobody does that. Nobody does that. Like, that's the pretentious bullshit you put on as a front. That's not what you do with yourself. The most refined person, I guarantee, the Queen of fucking England watches some shit happens and goes, that's some dumbass shit right there.
For sure.
And what she says is, oh dear.
Right, exactly. You know? Exactly. Well, that means a lot. Thank you for saying that. And you know what? I think we are playing off each other a little bit to get that that cohesiveness, because he asked me in the very beginning, like, hey, I've worked with a few artists before. What kind of script do you prefer? Like, do you want something really tight where I lay out every panel and tell you everything I want? Or do you want, like, the basics? And I was like, dude, give me the bare minimum. Like, I want to figure everything out visually. I want to direct the movie, so to speak. Like, just tell me what you want to happen. And with that... Go ahead.
I was going to say, that's kind of like, artists are kind of like the directors, and writers are the producers.
Yeah.
Right? And so you need both of them. And the artist is the one who's going to work on this angle, this tilt, this, feel in the background or whatever, this kind of lighting. And the producer's going to go, okay, but the important piece that we need here is this, and you're overlooking that for this. So we need to reassess. And exactly. I feel like that's probably one of the easiest ways to break it down for people who are new to this, is you need the artist to be the director and the writer to be the producer. And they should play off each other well. They should be able to, a director can tell a producer, I understand what you're saying, but what you're looking for isn't going to fit in this shot, but this will, and I think that's more impactful. And a producer needs to be able to say, I like this and I think it's cool, but it doesn't serve a purpose in the storytelling.
Yep.
And if it's not going to help the story, then there's no point in having it.
That's exactly what's been happening too. And there have been a few times where I see a page of the script and I was like, hey man, this, to get the point across and to get the timing and everything, this should really be at least 2 pages. Like, are you okay with breaking this up? And he was like, okay, I didn't realize that. That's perfectly fine. And so what I was getting at was, like, what came with that, like, sending me the simple scripts. Probably 95% of this writing I didn't see. Like, the captions, the dialogue, hardly any of that was in his scripts. It was just a layout of what's happening. So I got to build the setting and the imagery and everything, which is great. And then when he sent me this to review it, I was like, oh shit, like, he's kind of waiting for me to submit the pages to write a little bit more. To see how he's going to write the captions and the narration and the dialogue. I was like, that's really, like, I didn't realize he was doing that in the beginning, and I really love that process, because I think it's almost like when I was working on stories in grad school, it's like if I was splitting myself up, because that's how I would create the project. Like, I would I would bullet point things out of what was happening, draw the pages, and then fill in more words. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know. It's a lot of fun.
Well, and I think, like, I know for some people that can be frustrating, especially if you don't have a super cohesive team. Which I'll say, if you don't have a cohesive team, you probably, like, rather than try to force something through, find a different team. Like,
there he is.
What's up, Julius? We're just complimenting your writing, man. But the thing that I really like that seems to be happening is he's like, okay, I know the bare bones. This is what needs to happen. You fill in stuff. And then he looks at it and he goes, okay, this is what I feel for the setting. Like, based on what I know needs to happen in the bullet points and what this is, this would be a great point to say this thing or that thing or whatever. And then he's almost like pre-editing. So before you'd have an editor look it over and be like, hey, dude, you really don't have to show them how the sausage is made here. Like, the art does that. He's looking at the art and going, well, the art covers all of this. I can just leave this one ominous thread and people will connect the dots because they see it all together.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a great process so far.
That's awesome. I am super stoked to see this come to fruition. Sorry, I'm laughing at someone in the chat.
I know, the cyanide.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's adorable.
And now I'll never be able to not hear it.
Every time she says it, it sounds like cyanide.
I know. I actually made a really shitty piece of art that was a cyanide bottle, and it said Cy.anide. It's horrible. It's horrible. But yeah, I really think that this looks awesome. I want to see you guys do really well. Let's go through, because we haven't gone through the tiers yet.
Yeah. Before we do that, I'm not used to asking for this yet because it's brand new, but Julius put together this really awesome trailer. Can we play it?
I was gonna lead us out with that.
Okay, I like it. Okay.
It's gonna play. That's what I was laughing at. That's
Heather
what I was
Antos.
laughing at. That is not Heather Antos.
Oh,
please.
I was like, I used to work
By
with
the
her.
way.
Yeah. Look, Frog G goes, added to the bingo card. Thank you, Frog G. Anyway, yeah,
Cool.
that's what made me laugh far too much. So you guys have a $3,000 goal, which is not massive.
Yeah, we didn't think so.
Very much doable.
Yep.
But I think because y'all are, how many pages is this again?
84.
84 right now. Okay.
No, it's 84. It's 84.
84, and you can get it for $10.
15.
Jesus,
Level
Shae.
1A physical. Oh, that's
Behind the scenes.
That's
Yeah.
the behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Shae, you're fired.
I was looking at the first physical that you could get. It was the behind the scenes one.
That's okay.
Anyway, all right, let's go through the tiers so people know how they can back. So, level 0. The bare bones.
Wow.
Level 0 is
Are you blushing?
No. Is the behind the scenes digital copy.
Yeah.
So we're offering both books as a physical and digital. Some people might not want the story; they might just want to see the behind the scenes stuff. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah.
It's totally cool.
Awesome.
Fake news.
So there's that one, and then the next one is a digital copy of the graphic novel for
Yep.
$5.
Which is crazy.
And then level 1A is the physical of the behind the scenes for 10. I don't think I mentioned it, but the behind the scenes physical book is a 48-page saddle stitch. So the graphic novel is 84 perfect bound, and then the behind the scenes is a saddle stitch book.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And then the physical copy for 15 of the book.
Yep. And I believe there are a few more people who claimed this one. So we ended up changing the cover like a week into the campaign. So all the perks that people had claimed already, you can't change the images. So I had to hide them and then remake it. Yep. Remake it. So we have a little bit more than 8, but I think it should really be like 50 at this point with this price point, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You should be a lot higher than this. And I honestly, I can tell you exactly what I think the problem is.
Please.
Exposure.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this. Like,
Really?
I knew that it was coming out because you and I talked. That was it.
Crazy.
I haven't seen tweets or anything. And it's...
What?
Part of that is probably algorithm. Because I'm not shadow banned, but I get close to where, like, suddenly
it's not you, it's them.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I don't see a lot of stuff from a lot of people, and I've had people who have responded to my own tweets that I didn't see. So some of it is Twitter, I'm sure.
Weird.
But also, yeah, and see, Julius is saying we tweet every single day. Here's the other problem. How are you tweeting? Right?
What do you mean?
So there's ways to market, and at this point, I think that, you know, Cyborg and I have talked about this, and there's a chance that we might actually, like, do a little mini series on this. But a lot of people market and they say, "Hey, check it out! I've got a new book coming out," and then they put the tweet. Mm-hmm. That's white noise, because everybody does that.
Yeah,
but if you
sure.
start showing me why I should back your book, you start showing me panels and excerpts and giving me a little bit of the story and a little bit of the background and showing off, like, some of the character designs and stuff that you have on the campaign, giving a little bit of insight.
Just
You've
the
got
tip.
80, you've got over 80 pages that you guys could play with. Showing me something different from what I could go find myself, or giving me just a little bit, like a close-up of one panel on a page and giving me a little bit of insight behind what's happening there, can be enough to get people to go, "Oh, well, I'm actually really interested in this."
I've been doing that too.
Yeah, and so honestly, it's really hard. It is really hard on Twitter to get things seen. We were trying to do it with, like, hashtags and stuff like that. Sometimes that helps, using various hashtags to reach a different audience.
Yeah.
Because when you tweet, you're getting your Twitter audience.
Yeah.
And then you're hoping that other people with a bigger audience will retweet and that people will pay attention to those retweets.
I hope people don't think we're just tweeting. Like, this is my 10th or 11th show in, like, 3 weeks. And Julius gets on, like, we do a lot together, but Julius gets on some on his own too. Like, we're hustling, man. But it's all good.
Yeah.
It's part of the learning experience.
It is. It's really hard. And I honestly think in the past, probably in the past 30 to 60 days, something major has changed in how Twitter prioritizes what tweets you end up seeing. Because I've got over 4,000 followers and I see the same, like, probably 20 people.
Yeah, they probably changed the algorithm so it's similar to Instagram's.
Which is unfortunate.
It's terrible.
So, it's, I honestly, I think that that's probably the issue, is you're just not breaking out of that circle of people who have heard about it a lot.
Yeah.
And so other people haven't been hearing about it quite as much, which is...
We're trying to get on, like, shows that or what you're saying, like, aren't the same circle of people, and or maybe they have, like, a larger reach. I'll be on the Pop XP on Thursday, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I love those guys. So yeah, we're trying little by little, and hopefully we're hoping that the second month we can, you know, do a little bit more of that, because we started with the first month with some of the shows, and hopefully it's enough to get, like, the bigger people interested.
Yeah, and I honestly think that for some of these it might be needing to pregame it a little bit more, just because it can take a while for the word to get out, since algorithm seems to have changed and things like that. And so for anyone who's thinking of launching a campaign, if you haven't been promoting it ahead of time for several months, maybe push your launch date off, especially now, because right now everything seems to be it's taking a lot more for people to get to see it. But I only heard about this because you and I talked about it. That was the only reason I knew about it. I know. Because I know you, I know Julius, I know you guys know how to promote. But from my perspective, this is the first time I've seen it.
That's bananas.
Yeah.
Well,
so
there's in a way that's nice because I got to see your genuine reactions to this, which is pretty cool.
Well, and don't worry, our reviews will be genuine reactions too if we ever get those started.
Thank you.
But yeah, I agree. I think that this should be a lot higher for sure. There are many other campaigns that are far less impressive that are hitting algorithms better for whatever reason. Is it gritty? Yeah, but I mean, so
who objects to people getting, beaten with flashlights to death?
I'm sorry, hold on, let's correct that. Who objects to kidnapping human traffickers who are about to rape a girl getting what's coming to them with a flashlight to the skull?
Try to avoid the hard R.
Sorry. It happened. Get over it.
Now, see, what I said to Shae while we were looking at this before the stream was I don't understand why she didn't use the business end of the flashlight in other ways when she had them.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Cy went dark with it. I was like, well, she hit him like 3 times and then he was kaput. So, I mean.
I would not have drawn that. I don't think Julius wanted to write that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Don't do that.
See, I take the revenge fantasy to the wall.
Nth degree. Look at Julius is like, no, cry laughing emojis.
See?
Oh,
see,
horrible. All right, $15. $15. You can get a sketch card. $22. There you go.
Yeah, a little discounted if you get the bundle.
That's still so inexpensive.
I know. But that's another perk to black and white is the printing is a lot more affordable.
That is true.
And everything's black and white, even the cover. So
yeah, so it's actually affordable.
For sure.
Yes, Julius, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
no.
Don't write that. We don't need that. There's enough of that in like the real world. We don't need you to write it. Okay, so then we have the sketch card bundle.
Yeah. And this is another one. We have a few more claims. Sketch cards. I was really pleasantly surprised with the success of sketch cards from the last campaign. Like, so many people would just get a sketch card and not even the book, which I thought was really cool. Seriously.
They're like, I don't have room for the book, but I want a sketch card.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like how much people like that stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
which is why we're trying to go so art heavy with the perks, because, like, I want to do this for people.
Well, and, you've already proven that you are more than capable of hitting like the deadlines and everything with all of the art. So, I mean,
thank you.
Why not? There's people who are like, yeah, I offered these, and you're like, okay, but like, when are you gonna do them? And they're like, oh, I should probably turn this off. I've got like 50. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how you're gonna have time, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or you have people like like Rini. I love Rini to death. She's like, I love pyrography, and so she did like those like what I got back there, the little burned plaques and stuff. And she's like, I had to take the perk down. I was like, yeah. And she goes, there were a lot of them, and I think she just now finished them up. Like she's been.
She
working
just now
on
finished the keychains.
Oh,
the handmade
keychains that had.
Created.
I think it had your name written in that language.
Oh my god, she's killing it, huh?
She went balls out, like
savage.
Crazy.
God
she
bless
is
her.
very savage. I'm worried for her hand. Like she's gonna be like after.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she's gonna start drawing with the other hand eventually.
Yeah, she's just gonna start with both.
I think the plan was to clone her and then put the clone to work.
Yep, that's what happened when we did the Writing Pros episode that aired 2 weeks ago. They were like, oh yeah, your doppelganger shows up and is like, I like this life, I think I'll take it. And she's like, I'd embrace her and say, bitch, where the hell have you been? We've got shit to write and draw. Get over here. She's like, my luxury item would be an extra set of tools to do my comic, and it would just be like, sit down there. I'd sew her mouth shut so I didn't have to listen to myself talk.
I say all the time, I'm pretty sure Peach Momoko is like using both hands and feet to draw because she's got like 12 covers every week. It's insane.
That's
I don't
so
know how
crazy.
she's doing it.
I've got like 20 started canvases that have nothing else on them but backgrounds, so I don't understand it.
That's fine.
I just stare at them every week and go, soon.
I will
It's
make
never
you into
soon.
something soon.
Just do the finger, pyramid thing where you soon, like the villain. Soon.
Yeah. All right, so now we have a logo bundle. Tell us about this.
Yeah, so this is something that I personally haven't seen in any other campaigns. I see a lot of people looking for logos for their projects, but don't always know who to go to. I've been designing for comics for the past 6 years, and I have a lot of experience with logos. So I wanted to offer that service also. So basically, if you need a logo for your project and you're looking for a designer, instead of hiring me directly as a freelancer, you would be hiring me through the campaign essentially. I usually charge $100 for logos, so with this bundle you're essentially getting the book for free. But we're hoping people take advantage of that. But I think this is falling victim to what you're saying about the outreach. Like, I don't think people are noticing this enough.
Yeah.
Julius and I already spoke that we think for the next 30 days, like we'll push the different perks more in the promotion to show people what they can get and what we can do for them, in addition to getting a kick-ass story.
Definitely. I think that because you guys are offering a lot of stuff for criminally cheap.
Yeah.
And so highlighting it so people know, like, no one's gonna, first off, almost nobody is gonna design your logo for $100 plus you get the book.
Yeah.
Like, and you get art prints. Like,
I might
seriously
steal that criminally cheap phrase.
Yeah. Criminally cheap.
I think I'm gonna use it.
You
don't
should.
Mind.
That absolutely.
Thanks.
You could even quote Shae quoted as saying, like, this is criminally cheap, Anthony.
Shae said.
Shae. 2022. Feloniously frugal. Feloniously. Wow, that is amazing.
Hilarious.
Yes. Use them all.
Oh,
Use it
awesome.
all.
Thanks, guys.
All right, you have an original art bundle.
Yep. So if you want a page from my very first comic, one of these pages back here, it's $120 for a page that I do on 11x14 board, and it comes with a copy of the book and the print as well.
Very cool. And then you have the Gambino special. Sounds like it should come on Rye.
Sounds like it should be a Chicago deep dish.
Nice.
I mean, I was going with the sandwich, but yeah, that works too.
It's all right. It's just a big bowl of pasta.
Nice.
All
right.
So this is the art collector's dream. This is a copy of the book, an 11x14 commission, not 9x12. 3 pages from the book and 3 sketch cards as well.
Jeez.
For $400.
That is awesome.
So we're hoping people take advantage of this.
Yes.
Because after this campaign, the prices ain't going to be this cheap.
Yes. The prices should not be this cheap again. So if you want to cash in on incredibly affordable art, do it now.
Yes.
You are almost out of time. All right. So we have 27 days left. You guys are at 39%. Definitely possible. And yes, Donnie Cates, you can get a logo. I'm just saying. You should back that tier.
Shae, I have to compliment the way you talk, because you said definitely possible.
It is. It's doable. It is. That is not out of the realm of possibility whatsoever.
No.
Not to mention, like I said, getting people to read this bit and kind of see the character that you put into all of this and the deviousness of this, like, old bitch. She's just a horrible person. this is really entertaining, and I like that. This is the other thing that I've noticed with a lot of writers is writers of comics almost get worried that they're not going to be prevalent enough in the final piece. So they flood panels with explanation, exposition, dialogue that is entirely unnecessary, and it turns into a slog to read through. But because of the way that you guys are working together, if you look, there's not a lot of actual text on these pages, but there is a shit ton of storytelling.
Exactly.
And that's between the both of you.
Yeah.
You've both provided that storytelling. And so it's not like, I don't look at this and go, oh, you know, Anthony's a fantastic artist and storyteller, and who the hell is Julius? Like, I look at this and go, this is a really good team.
I mean,
because
the images wouldn't exist without Julius. Like, he told me what to draw.
Exactly.
So,
and I think that's the difference between having somebody who is comfortable and confident in their ability to tell a story through a comic and somebody who is new at it.
Yeah.
Because when you have a brand new storyteller through comics, they're so worried that they're not going to be there enough.
Yeah.
And that it's going to be, you know, Anthony's project. Despite the fact that, I mean, I'm just going to do this real quick. If you scroll up, that would be Julius's name right there.
I'm not from Orange, United States.
But that's something that I think that you guys have a good start to this story from what I've seen. And I'm really interested to see where it goes. And especially how you hopefully make shipping containers not monotonous.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's tricky. But I feel like if someone's going to do it, I feel like you'll be able to.
Thank you.
Sai, do you have any questions?
I have 0 questions.
Cool.
Sai provides so much to this.
You actually reminded me, as a little thank you, I'm going to send you guys something. You get a little extra preview. We have 10 more pages with the fully lettered, so...
Yes. Oh, I want to see it. I'm super excited.
Thanks, Sai.
Damn it, Sai.
The stream would not be complete unless there was a damn it, Sai.
That's true. That is true. Well, I really want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us, Anthony. Always a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, it's been so much fun.
Dude, it's been great. And you know what's funny is I looked up at one point and I was like, have we even covered Tears? We're like an hour into this. We should probably talk about once you get back on the campaign.
Wow. Yeah, we're more than an hour in.
Yeah, it's been
crazy.
over an hour and it doesn't even feel like it. But
well, that's good. That's always a good sign.
It is. There's other times where I'm staring at the clock going, it's 22 minutes and I need another 8 before I can close. I'm like,
that's not fun.
That's
not fun.
Those are not fun streams. No. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you to Julius for chilling in the chat. It was great seeing you. Thanks to everybody else in the chat. You guys are amazing. Please share this campaign out. This definitely needs more eyes. This needs more funding. It's insanely inexpensive. Make this man regret marking his commission prices so damn low. Okay? Make him have to like hole up in that little office just drawing everything all day long.
Draw everything.
Yes. So, all of the things.
Back the campaign so I can do it.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, thank you to Sai for all of your hard work in making sure that this stream was possible today.
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Sai.
Doing thumbnails and setup and all that kind of stuff is really, really fun with a hand over one eye trying to do, graphics.
It's like, I can't look at my screen. It's too bright. That's better. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And we will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
JK, I forgot the trailer!
I was like, is she gonna?